Hey, it's MMK Day. We're back. Uh, Today I know, and I'm gonna just kind of start it off, Daddy. There's been a lot that's been said on uh, people looking for Jesse's grave, wondering where Jesse's grave was. It's here, it's there, this and that. So you're kind of gonna open up and explain that today, aren't you?
Well, I'm going to try to as best I can without revealing too much detail. First of all, it was true that Vernon and Aunt Gladys had a little wooden coffin for him, and he was buried at Priceville. When Elvis got famous, in '57 it started worrying Aunt Gladys and Uncle Vernon a lot. Because they always knew about the Lindbergh child and health ransom, and they was and so they were wondering, by Elvis being famous like he was now, would there's something somebody might actually steal the body of the baby and try to hold it over him, and two, the prison record of Uncle Vernon. So I know they discussed that, and I know that they were concerned about it, and they was talking with the colonel and all about it, and they, that they had concerns about that. Anyway, shortly thereafter, Colonel said, "Look," said, y'all don't worry about that. I'll take care of it." I know they talked about actually moving it. Would it be best to move it, and have it, maybe buried somewhere else? Naturally, all this was going to be an anonymous, is that the right word? Name?
Yeah,
and all
anonymous.
that. I got that right, did I?
Yeah.
Dang, boy, I still got it. And
I wouldn't have.
It was a tongue twister.
anyway, going back, going back to the story. So I know Colonel supposedly called the mayor. I think his name was Ballard back then, and the governor's name, I want to say Cole or something like that. I'm not sure. Anyway, he talked to them, and they were supposedly going to suppress, the documents and stuff on it, records and all. And now whether or not they actually knew where Elvis's grave was, they did. They knew where it was.
You mean Jesse?
Yeah.
I mean, yeah.
Yeah, you said Elvis.
You said Elvis.
Well,
You got Elvis on the mind.
I have. I've got him on my mind. Well, anyway, they had a marker for him. It was a little stone, from what I understand. I don't know if Aunt Gladys and Uncle Vernon had that put there or not. Probably so, but it had no name on it. Well, anyway, Colonel wanted to confuse it all, so he wanted to mark her down a place where Jesse was actually buried, kind of concealed. So I know that all that took place. Whether or not the body was moved and all, I don't know, and if I did, I wouldn't tell. So I'm going to leave it at that, but you never know. I mean, it's easy to have been done. It would have simply been in an unmarked grave by somebody that was fictitious name. It just bought a plot cash-wise, and all that's a lot of, different ways it could have been done. And so they wanted to have it some way or another be, pretty much concealed. And with that, I'm going to leave it at that because everybody thinks it's at Priceville and they all know where it's at. And if they do, then maybe that's the best thing. And with that, that's all I'm going to say.
Hey, I think well enough said, and I think everybody
Gets the
message.
message.
To get the message out.
Tracy,
Want some questions?
yes.
All right, so let me look at this name. All right, Shirley Romer. Did Elvis really walk in his sleep? And if so, what were the circumstances?
Well, most of the time he would walk in his sleep, and that's the times we'd take advantage of him. We'd send him to the store to pick up something and all kind of different things. No, he did walk in his sleep. Usually if it was something bothering him, I can give you a couple of answers. I know one time he thought, he was being jumped by, several guys and all, and he was walking in his sleep, and he was actually, fighting at the wind, and somebody had to wake him up, and he actually hit the person that woke him up. Thank goodness, not hard enough to, hurt him badly, but that somebody was Gene Smith.
Yeah,
And
Gene.
so,
That's why his
he
mother
did.
worried.
Yeah,
about
she
him
worried about him
on
because,
tours and things.
As far as I know, he never walked out somewhere it would be out of somebody's sight. It usually would be up just maybe in his room a little bit. But yes, he did sometimes do that.
Thomas Tommy. Is it true that Elvis got upset when Red made friends with other famous stars?
I don't think so. I never heard that in my life. God,
I don't
we
think he
all
did.
made friends with stars, out there,
Including Elvis.
Yeah, I was just
including
gonna say.
Elvis. All the people that were stars and with him, and
His co-stars and other people.
now he wouldn't have liked it if somebody was working for him and they would spend their time with another star, but he wouldn't be
No, because
he'd just simply fire him and get the hell over it.
No, he would say, if you like them so,
you
like
like
them
'em
so
so-
well,
he
go
did
work
say
for
that
them.
one time.
Yeah, he
Yeah, we
did.
told
That's why I said it.
Go to work for him.
So, but I don't think so. I don't think that's true at all.
Okay. Cindy Swift. Is it true that Priscilla once got into a ruckus with one of the fans at the gate?
That was not Priscilla's action, really. It was the fan, and that happened on Rocka Place, if I remember. And there was a girl that had said something ugly to Priscilla that upset her and upset Elvis too. But yeah, I'm not going to go into the rest of it.
Okay.
But yes, that's true.
Gail Gardner. Billy, if the trailer was in your name, why didn't you take it? It was yours.
Well, the trailer was given to me by Elvis, and Vernon knew this. But it was not in my name, not being on Graceland grounds. That was
The one on the ranch was in our name, and we did.
In fact, none
take
of the trailers at Graceland were in anybody's name but Elvis's.
Because Vernon, I had told Elvis to be parked at Graceland, they had to be in Elvis's name.
Right, you couldn't, a lot of detail to it. I'm not really sure, but no, it wasn't in my name. But Elvis made sure that his daddy knew that
Yeah,
it
he
was
knew.
mine, and but I wasn't gonna fight about it. It just wasn't worth it to me. All I knew at that time really is I had to get away from Graceland.
But Elvis had bought all the furniture inside
Yeah, we
for
we
us.
took most of
The furniture that was
yeah.
in it was not the furniture that came in the trailer, so we did take our furniture.
All right, this one's from The Hugh. Did you ever hear Elvis sing a song out of his comfort zone when around friends? If so, what are some examples?
Oh gosh, yeah. I mean, going way back now. I mean, Gosh, Elvis would sing, you know, at the music room. He would go down and play the piano and sing. I've heard him and Anita sing, I Can't Help It If I'm Still in Love with You. Oh, God, man, if that had been put on tape, that was, you know, pretty. And a lot of other songs, Rag to Riches. I've heard him sing, you know, all throughout the years. Him and Linda, you know, would you know, sometimes sing together. And naturally, go as far up as, you know, when the last morning he, you know, was playing the piano and singing, you know, Blue Eyes Crying in the Rain and Unchained Melody, you know, at the racquetball court. So, yeah, he sang a lot of times out of his, you know, comfort zone, if that's what you...
All right, last one. This is from Connie Presley. We met Connie and her husband in Tupelo.
You sure did.
Yep. Okay.
Hey, Connie.
She says, why did Elvis not like to sleep alone, and how long have Billy and Joe been married?
Golly.
59 years. And
y'all don't like
And
to
hold it.
we don't like to sleep alone.
And I did, you know, and, yeah.
Yeah.
He never did like to be alone.
No, he'd like to have...
As long as I ever knew him, he never liked to be alone.
Usually had somebody with him, you know, over the years, you know.
I have one more. Just
I hope I don't have to try to name them all. That'd
No.
be damn near impossible.
I've got one more, Daddy, that I just thought about.
We spit it out.
A man was at the museum, and he actually asked me about this, and I remember a story. He said he had read the night that y'all was playing racquetball, and that it started to rain, and that one of y'all had said something. He said he never will forget it. That either you or Mama one said something about the rain, or wished the rain would stop, or something, and Elvis said something about watch this, or something.
Coincidence, but it did happen.
Yes,
We
but
were
that's what he
walking-
was asking. Was it? Did that actually happen? I mean, like he said, he knew, or he didn't think Elvis made it stop, but it just happened to stop at the time he did it, and it was kind of weird. So that is a true story, though.
That's a true
That's
story.
what he was asking.
Yep.
So.
We were actually walking under the little cover that led down from
all the way
Graceland to the right, and it was raining, and
And
somebody made it come
he
in.
had it fixed that way.
Yeah, he had it
because,
fixed
you know,
because
the
it-
rain and all.
yeah.
He could play racquetball anytime. You know, go down there and somebody asked, if it was a living quarters in there.
Yeah, in the racquetball
No,
court.
and,
Yeah,
and if there was a track on top. You remember you told
sure
me about
did.
that.
Yes, and
Yes,
there
sir.
was a running track on top
Yeah.
of it.
It was.
Yeah. We didn't run on it much, but we'd like to get over and look, and you could see, you know, all over Graceland. We loved doing that.
And
but,
throwing things off the top.
Yeah.
they
Well,
like to
we
do
won't
that.
get into that. But
What was the story about the rain? Because you didn't finish.
Oh, we were walking back, and I don't know who commented on. Oh no, it started to rain, but it was just like a light rain, and he said, "Well, watch this," and he just kind of, you know, and it stopped raining, but we knew it was a coincidence. Even he knew it was a coincidence. He didn't compare himself to, you know, anything like that.
No.
He just, and we all laughed about it, and you know, had a few hairs on our necks stand up, and we went on.
Hey, y'all, we want to thank you again for all the questions and the comments. We're loving doing this. Remember, each one of you is in our prayers. We think about you. We appreciate you. Hey, keep watching. Subscribe for us. And remember, we always live Elvis.
And you just